Gold Earth has some incredible products that make a massive difference, but come from Mother Earth. We're going to find out where this emotionally comes from, the effort that has gone into this, the roots of it all, from the founder, Samina. So I'm joined by Samina, the founder of Gold Earth. Hi, Samina.
Hi, Chris.
I know that you're a little bit nervous about
Not
this.
at all. Very nervous.
Relax, you're in safe hands. Gold Earth, first things first, obvious question. How long has it been around?
So it became live about 1.5 years.
Okay.
I know it's a baby, but I wasn't expecting that it was going to go that fast. And I'm not going to say it's easy because I'm there working 7 days a week, almost, with the 6 hours sleep, maybe, if that's lucky.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Well, and this is the point, and we're going to go into the, where this all comes from, what it achieves for people. And it truly is different. I know it's a glib statement to say this is different. I've had these conversations with you and it truly is. And we're going to go to, the Khyber Pass. We're going to the root of Earth, which is obviously Gold Earth, where the name comes from. But at this early stage, can you sum up in a few words or few phrases what really describes the brand Gold Earth?
Somebody questioned me and they said, how did you come up with Gold Earth? And how did you thought of it? And I said, I didn't. It was actually given to me. And I strongly believe that the name, and you're going to say, who gave it to me? But I am a very spiritual person. And I feel that it was just, I had to go through the struggle, the pain. I had to go through all the experiences that I'm offering the healing for it. That's the reason I came up with Gold Earth. And the Gold Earth is about resilience. It's about believing in nature, in my heritage, the remedies we use for thousands of years. When the modern world failed me, and I strongly believe that they did fail me, it was the Mother Nature that rescued me. And to me was that I had to think that, okay, for thousands of years, they've been using that. And my mother said to me, that was her words, that you've been in the Western world, forgotten your roots. She always says that, mind you. But I had to think about it. It's like, okay, you're my last hope. And when it worked on me, and then it worked on my children, then it worked on my neighbors, friends, and I was giving. And then everybody said, Samina, this should be out. This should be out. Now, English is not my first language. I'm sure you can tell that. Being dyslexic, no matter what you say, the confidence, could I do it? Could I not? And here I am sitting with you today.
You are, and it is amazing. I think I remember you telling me the story as well, that you were driving along and the sun suddenly was across like a cornfield or something, and it was gold, and it was like, that's it.
And every time, even now, when I'm driving and I go, Gold Earth.
Yeah.
Even now, it surprises me, where did the name came from? Yeah. And it's like this emerald, we living this, everything, there is a treatment there. We just need to dig deeper and maybe get in touch with the roots.
And I think that there's a belief, there's a confidence missing that Mother Earth has a lot to give us. We don't need to create and fabricate everything. There's a lot there, but if people don't understand, then they assume it's no good.
People sometimes do say to me, how did you come up with that, with these ingredients and things? How did you create it? I said, I didn't create it. Mother Nature did. I'm just putting it in front of you. Now, the big brand company, there are some company, and you can go and ask, please do go, before you buy it, check the ingredients. Sorry. I do keep telling that because they will use sunflower oil as a base and they will put 1 or 2 product in it. I am well against that. I mean, there's nothing against sunflower oil, but I grew up in a culture, we have virgin olive oil and black seed oil and hemp seed oil and avocado and, go deeper. I'm not saying Mother Nature doesn't produce those sunflower oil, but there's a reason for certain things. So when I make the product, it has to be the gold and the diamond.
Yes. It's the base has got to be solid before.
It's solid. So if you need to build a foundation, and I like, for example, I'll just tell you this. So this is the night oil, right? And the base oil alone in this is jojoba, grapeseed, black seed, castor. Now, they're not fraction, they're the base oil.
Yeah.
And then is frankincense, myrrh, geranium, lavender, vitamin E, and rosehip. That is just one ingredient, 10 of them. This is 14 ingredients, and I will come back to that afterwards. But it's important to me what we put in the skin. Now, I didn't mention almond in that. I didn't mention coconut, because our face go through so much that I had to put the premium ingredients.
Wow. This is what I knew we were going to get from you, this passion. It just gets me every time. You can see it in my face, can't you? I'm absolutely glued to it. It is amazing. Which means I want to take you right back to the heritage and roots of all of this.
Yeah.
And Pashtun family.
Yeah.
What does that mean for people who may not appreciate that?
So the Pashtun comes from Afghanistan to the border, and then it's the Pakhtunkhwa, which is the Khyber Pass, and they were it's actually known for the Silk Route, not Carry On, somebody said to me, oh, is that the one that Carry On movies?
Carry On up the Khyber, yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, no, that's quite nice. People do say that to me. But those are the people, and I am very, very proud to say they are people of passion, hospitality, love. Okay, let's take out the warrior side out, because we don't want to go there.
No.
But they are people who so in touch with nature. So yes, that's my heritage, and that is where let's go back to women. I know most of them you don't hear much about, apart from, is it Malala, the one very famous,
yes,
who got that. But the heritage of the Pashtun women, who, believe it or not, are the head of the families. Yeah, they are the head of so the men actually go and ask the advice from the head of normally it's the grandmother, and the grandmother goes, then, if the great grandmother, then whoever, and they take over on the role. So I am extremely proud of them, and they're hardworking women. They're so in touch with the roots. I can carry on and on and on and on.
It's wonderful, and that's what I wanted to unlock.
Yeah.
One of the key things that jump out at me, though, is that we would think of a lot of these things as exotic, the ingredients and the remedies themselves put together. But actually, it wasn't exotic. It was everyday life. It was
everyday life. If you go even into, I'm just going to go back to Victorian time. If somebody was sick, they would use onion.
Yeah.
And even now, when I go back home, soon as I land, the first thing my mom would say, don't drink any water, eat anything, including with my children. She'll get a raw onion and she'll say, eat that, because then for some reason, whatever the thing is, I'll go back into it. But it doesn't make you sick when you go abroad. They say, when you go abroad, you must eat raw onion before you start. So that, I'm just sort of giving you an example that everything, there is a reason for it. And yes, in the Western world, they have forgotten. But even in Victorian time, they would go with nature things. Mm. So Mother Nature's been there. People used to, the medical world has taken, and this big pharmaceutical thing, and for businesses and the big brands, okay, I don't have a big PR behind me. I don't have a big name behind me. I wish I did had, what's the guy, the Apprentice one? Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but...
No, we won't name names.
Yeah, that's fine. But I wish I did, but then that wouldn't be true to the nature. I think the Mother Nature wants me to speak.
Yeah. And, you know...
Ordinary person.
But you were explaining how, even from the medical perspective, with what you were used to, is that before any medicines or operations were talked about, they went back to even diets as well.
Everything. Like the diet, I haven't seen that in the Western world, but in Middle Eastern, Asia, China, Japanese, all of there, if you guess, they have the special in the hospital, a nutrition doctor will come and say, right, my mom had a heart attack. And then the nutrition doctor came and sat with me and said, right, she's not allowed to eat from now on this, less of that. You need to cut this. You don't get that here, because what we put inside is also very extremely important.
It might end up with medicine or operation, but
they do go for medication,
yeah,
because you have to use the modern medication.
Absolutely.
Because obviously those doctors who, respect to them, they didn't go and, they saved lives.
Yeah, exactly. But there's a foundation to take care of. So
everything,
first.
To me, everything goes around. So you can't have a day without night. You can't have wind. There's rain. Everything. The nature chosen. So there's a modern science, there's history, there's nature, there's herbs. So I strongly believe that we do need to. That's the part I feel like is forgotten.
Yeah.
So when I went to the doctor, and I remember he said to me, I explained and I cried and I said, look at my hair, and I was really, really down. And he said to me, you need to go home. And when you brush your hair, you need to bring that on. I said, I don't need to go home. And I literally just did that.
Wow.
And I went here. And the first thing he said to me, we can't do anything. It's alopecia. And the word alopecia, that hit me. Now, as a woman, the one thing I do say is, for women, hair, and I'm going to say in front of the camera, and our breast, that is extremely important.
Yeah.
It's just, that's what gives, to me it is. It gives me confidence to know that feminine, that female. I'm not saying it's not important for men, because I'll come back to that as well, because I have some amazing story about it's a very taboo subject, even amongst men.
Yeah.
Now, I came home and I asked my daughters, okay, I was in the bathroom and I said, can you please shave my head? And the first thing went, no, Mum, no way we're doing that. Now, remember, I've tried everything, every product, being a beautician and a hairdresser. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I would take courses after courses, but nothing was working. I started wearing bandana. I started wearing, hiding. I would take photos, and then I would be sitting there doing filtering my face or my hair. And, when we was coming here, I wanted to find some photos from that time. I don't have many photos from that time.
Because you just didn't take them.
I didn't take them. There's only a few that I'll keep showing, but not many. And it was actually my mother that would say before, you've been in the Western world, you've forgotten your roots. Then my cousin was coming over and she sent me the bottle. That, again, I already mentioned that, didn't I? So you were given this bottle to use. So she sent me a bottle. She said to me, because I used to have the most beautiful hair, even my mum in her late 90s. And if I share her photo, I don't think she'd be happy, but maybe if everybody wants, I can just show the back of her hair. But she got a little gray hair here, and the black hair is up to here.
Wow.
And she said to me, try this, use this. And what I did when the bottle came, I used it, and I'm going to do it. But I couldn't help myself. The water in the UK is hard. It's full of chemical, fluoride and this and that. Now, the back home water comes from the mountain. It's much more spring water, much more lighter. So, okay, how do I do it? So I started doing a little bit of adding more to it. It ended up with the 29 ingredients.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And it was a very expensive experience, but I started seeing the difference. And I was like, okay, I promise you within a second week, my hair loss stopped by like 60%. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to stop. Now it's been 2 years since I've been using it. Even I want to show you something else. If you look, can you see that? These are the hair, still baby hair growing.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Now that, people think I cut a fringe. This is not my fringe. This, the new hair. Even if here, these, can you see the new hair, the baby hair? So today I had to put some oil on my hair because I've got new baby hair that, and I feel like I had a, what do you call it when you touch something and static, is it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I feel like I've been, my hair is like the baby. So I have to keep doing this. It's like, okay, you, but so that was the reason, the Gold Earth hair essence, how it came.
And the reason why I've brought that up is that's a perfect example of where this comes, not just from what you've believed in, but what you've lived. You have experienced this.
Yeah.
You still think that I'm going to have a ponytail by the end of this year, don't you?
I think so. I forget ponytail. I think you're going to have one of those afro type of thing.
I think I'm a lost cause. I'm fine. I've given up. I'd shave mine off.
Let me, there was something I just want to share. And I think it was the most beautiful thing. Even when, and I keep telling some of my customers, I had a lady in her late 80s, maybe 90s, sort of, you know, she looked amazing. And she said to me, yeah, but it's too late for me. And you know what I said to her? I said, if you had the most mature tree that does the most, give the most shade and the most fruit, would you not feed it? Would you not water it? And she said, yeah, well, what's the difference? If you have, I'll come to this one. Now, that is funny. The biggest organ in our body is our skin, right? You go to these big places where the leather sofa are hundreds of years old, but it looks like it's been bought new. If I get that, it looks better. It looks more premium.
Yeah.
It speaks to you, but it looks amazing. Why? Because they treat it.
Yeah.
Why is it different for our skin as a human? We say, put hyaluronic acid, put retinol, put this cream on. Do you know the amount of chemicals are in this? And yes, it may give you that temporary thing, but then you are in a rat race.
Yeah.
Mother Nature, it will never lie to you. Like I said, I haven't made, I'm not claiming that I've done this amazing, invented this amazing oil. I didn't invent it. Nature did.
Yeah.
I'm just representing it to you. And it's the same thing, and that is, I keep telling people, please don't go for, say, oh, I can't now go back. Yes, you can. If you can change your old leather jacket, they sit there, the men sit there with their shoes, polishing and same thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm going to change tack a little bit and give you touch on to career and credibility in reality here, because this Gold Earth might be relatively new. What did we say, 18 months?
So before last October was the very first time I did a market in Highworth. So so this year, October.
But your experience in the, hair, beauty, and confidence in general, because you took a particular passion in not just working with hair and beauty, but how it affects people's confidence for, what did I note down? 20 or more years?
20 or more years, yeah.
So that was when you moved over here, that was the career that you went into?
When I was in the UK, I came quite young. So I won't say I took it as a career at that time, but remember, to me, this is part of our life.
Yeah.
I kind of grew up with it, our culture. This is the everyday thing we do back home. What we put on our skin, Even as a child, I remember I was so into it because I always, since the childhood, I've been very much close with nature. But I kind of lost it in a way when I came here and became, then the beautician and the hairdresser, because I was taught or by media or by way of life that it is not that. That is old fashioned. That is from a different part of the world. You are better. You should be more westernized. There's nothing wrong with Western because that's my home now, but it can come together.
I think people get freaked out if they don't understand it.
They don't.
It's kooky, isn't it? It's like, ooh, it's a bit woo, bit way.
But the weirdest thing is, they think they don't understand it. But if they take a moment, we were created from nature.
Yeah.
Why you don't understand it? You understand those. You don't understand when. I remember once, I'm not going to name this big brand, and the lady said to me, "Sorry, darling, I use this big brand thing," and I just thought, no, you paying for their brand, you pay for their PR, you are paying for whatever it is. You're not paying to what our soul, our body is created from nature. That's what it will respond to. Yes, it may take time because when you put a seed in the ground, it doesn't give you the next day fruit. You have to look after it. You have to be patient, resilience. You have to make your way of life. That's where Gold Earth comes in.
Well, isn't it the same as, say personal trainers working with people, is that they can get someone in shape, but that isn't the end of the journey.
It's not the end of the journey.
Because if you stop, as sadly I'm testimony to, because I work too hard and don't do all, and I was in good shape until I stopped maintaining. Yeah. And I think it's the same principle.
And that's what
So I understand you got into the beauty, the hair and everything like that, but that helping people feel confident, where did that come from? What drove that in you? Because this is before you had your menopause and alopecia and all of those things. So this came from the heart before you had your own challenges.
I think that is definitely something from my heritage. Yeah. This is from my mother, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my father. This, and it's a very misunderstood world there, by Western. It's a very misunderstood world. When I say to some people, some of my friends, come with me back home, you will love it. They were like, oh, no, they're going to kidnap me. No. I was like, no, trust me. They don't. What are they going to do with you? Trust me, they won't. But the love, the passion, the care for, I promise you, you go there as a guest, or just say, can you please, I'm lost, guide me to this. They will not let you go before they feed you. Then they will say, hang on, it's getting late, stay the night, or we will take you in our car.
Wow.
To me, the compassion for love, that if you love Mother Nature, that would come. That is there. And I think there's a lot of people have it here in the Western world. It's just, they say a bad news goes far. Yeah. But a good thing. And I think that is the sad bit.
It's so true.
I always believe that there's more goodness in this world, but just they don't make news.
Big turning point, though, for you was, I've just touched on it a moment ago, is that you then started facing your own challenges. The biggest one was the hair loss. So the way I understand it, it wasn't actually alopecia, it was the menopause that was causing that. Is that correct?
I strongly believe that. Yeah. Because when the doctor said to me they can't do anything, which is actually, and not just me, because the amount of women and men, university students, and they come to me and they tell me that what they suffer with, or they've been told that there's nothing they can be done. And then they tried all these different products. So yes, it did start it with that, and the amount people do go through. So with menopausal, another thing I like to come to that, those women, there are many women who struggle, but there are a lot of partners who doesn't know what to do. They feel isolated. I have been told that over and over.
Yep.
I don't, even probably my husband is probably one of those men, because I probably tried to kill him nearly a few times. but I think is everything is, you know, when it's one person affected, then it's your children, your friends, husband, your own confidence, your work, everything is. I'm just going to, you know, something that I think is related to. Now, menopausal, the hair thing, when I did create it was when I was making the skincare, these two, the day and night one, the Phoenix and the Phoenix actually named after my youngest daughter. This is named Layla Aura, is named after my oldest daughter. Now, I'll come and tell you why I chose that. But to me, I needed to think. So it goes on the skin, but also the smell. What do we take first? When we're hungry or we go into memory, sometimes we smell something, it takes us to the oldest memory. When we come home and it's mom cooking something, or everything, including baby, including animals, everything, this is the first thing. So to me, I needed to connect to my soul first. And I need that to feed the soul so I can say, I'm okay. And then the same, that, you know, sometimes we will meet people and there's a smell and we don't like them. Or there's a reason. But at some time, it's like, oh, I like to think more, concentrate on the positive side.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So when I created this, so this one came first, Layla Aura Night Oil. Now, again, with my hair, I was really struggling with my skin. Pigmentation was very, very high, extremely high. So it was, I used to call it the 3W, like the W on this side and that side. It was like a map. So the black seed oil. Now the black seed oil, the reason I chose that is in the Middle Eastern, Asia, you know, they say it's a healing oil. It heals everything apart from death, because death is imminent. Even I tell people, I don't sell pure black seed oil, but I tell people, please, in your dietary, take a teaspoon or a tablespoon a day of black seed oil, because your body needs that.
Wow.
You need to heal from here. So I do tell people that. Go and buy it, the most organic one, the high quality one, and then drink it. I mean, when people say organic, to be honest, I mean, they ask me question, is your oils organic? I said, with that many ingredients, if I tell you it's organic, some, one or two bits, I might not give you the right information. I don't want the nature to say, oh, really? For the money, you are now making it up. So I don't say anything that, yes, it's organic. I go for as much as possible. If the ingredients say it's organic, I will try to get it. But every little ingredients, because I do use a lot of ingredients, I would never say it.
No,
that's one thing. I like to build a foundation with honesty, truth, and that
trust is what it's
trust
all about.
is extremely important. So when I was doing it, so what I say to people is that when you put it on, rub it into your hand and inhale it. Just take a few minutes or 1 minute
before
even.
you apply it.
Before you apply it, just give it a minute. Inhale, let the soul take it. Let your body recognize it. So, and then you apply on your skin. And this is also actually very popular amongst men who's not sleeping well because of the frankincense, the myrrh, the lavender, the geranium. So they said that calms them.
Yeah.
So that is the reason. So the reason I named it, I'll come back to the name. The reason I named it Layla after my oldest daughter. Now, my oldest daughter, Layla means night in Arabic.
Okay.
So Layla, and then she is, believe it or not, like the very calm one, the very, the one who's there for everyone, who's trying to help everyone, with the dark hair, she is purely Layla. Then when I did that, I thought, okay, I need something for the day. There's something that uplifts me. Now, our skin during the day is, as at night, our skin heal. So the reason I even say for the night or the hair oil and the night oil is that if you apply it, you must apply it at night, because that's when our body repair itself.
Yep.
So I thought, okay, but the daytime, I need something to tell me to wake up, tell my skin to wake up, time to go into action. My daughter, second one, who her name is Phoenix, I was looking at her and I've been thinking about her, right, I want to be like her, because when she comes home, we're saying the storm is here. I swear. So by the time I ended up, it's got 14 ingredients. This is the second product that got the most ingredient after my hair one. So the base oil, like hemp seed, black seed, jojoba, grape seed, argan, castor. Then it's like ylang ylang, neroli, amber, geranium, lavender, sweet orange. I mean, there's, I can carry on. So all the 14 ingredients went in that. And the result's been absolutely amazing.
Wow.
I also tell people the best thing to do, if you got moisturizers and cream, the best place is a bin. But if you can't bring yourself to it, take a photo of your face now, your skin, and take a photo after 2 weeks, even a week. Just see the difference it makes to you. Again, I am not taking credit. This is Mother Nature. I'm just representing it.
I love it. I do love it. Which does lead me on to a question before I change tack again a little bit, is that how did that make you feel to now be bringing your roots, your heritage, to something that you are creating for everybody else?
How does it make me feel?
Surely.
Without a doubt, it does make me feel proud. It gives me that energy. And I'm going to be honest with you. There are moments from my culture that most of the women, they do a lot of work behind the scene. They're not upfront in the scene. It's something you don't do. Something that is counted as more westernized. And maybe there has been raised eyebrow, but to me is no. If I went through this, I don't want to be behind the scene. I need to tell people. And yes, I am kind of trying to please that culture, and I'm trying to please this culture. And it's not about pleasing. It's about the honesty and truth. And I know sometimes it hurts that when my mother says, you kind of becoming a subject, people talking and saying why she's doing this, and you meant to be honoring, like stay behind. And no, I refuse to do that, because I need to show the girls from that part of the world that if you believe in something and the passion is there, and stick to, I'm not going against my culture. I'm not going against whatever, but I am here to work together. And so I don't even know what question you asked me. I went into my thoughts and
and I told you that's what I wanted, is that passion, that emotion from you. And it answered everything there. Last few bits, because I'm conscious of time, is this is handcrafted here in Wiltshire.
Yeah.
Proudly at that as well.
And we won the Vegan Beauty Award.
Yes.
And also, actually when we won that, I was in Swindon Steam Museum doing the event, and I had received the email, and I thought somebody's messing around. I know I have entered, but, and I didn't believe it. So I'm going around to everyone saying, can you please double check that? Can you just tell me I won? And they said, yes, you have. And now we also been announced for the
National Small Business Awards 2026 finalist.
Yeah. And I have entered on more, but I don't want to say it yet. Because
no, let's wait. don't tempt fate.
I don't want to tempt fate.
The point being is that the recognition is coming now, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
And you're passionate, not just about what we've been talking about here, but for other small business founders to see this, to believe this, to go for it, to have passion in what you believe in.
And don't give up.
Yeah.
I promise you, every day I'm still learning. There has been, I think it was in December time, I did this video where I was absolutely freezing, and then somebody was taking a Mickey on the social media, copying me, and I was like, oh, But there has been where it was so cold, snowing, and I'm in Cirencester, and I couldn't breathe. But it's like, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I would sit and I would talk, and there are some days would be like that, but I keep telling them, please don't give up. Keep doing it.
Going to quickly address as well, old traditions, but modern safety standards.
So we are CPSR approved. That's the first thing. And I had to learn that because I didn't even know I was supposed to do that. And then they said, where's your paperwork? And it's like, what do you mean paperwork? This is all nature. So I made sure that everything. So we went to the Oxford Bioscience and they did all the tick and things. So everything is, I will not do anything that they would say maybe. If it says maybe, I said, no, I don't want maybe. I want full tick.
What do you need to do? Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody can rest assured on that one.
Yeah.
Who is Gold Earth really for?
Everyone. And I'll tell you why everyone. I have customers from a very young age to the reason a very young age. Now, the Gold Earth hair oil. Now that was the hair essence. That was not created for anything else but hair. But now people are buying it if anyone they got psoriasis or eczema, and they've been using it. And I had quite a lot of customer, and I normally put a drops on them. I said, just go wander around, because as a tester, when I'm out there, see how you feel. And they do come back and they said, I haven't scratched it. And it's only because there's so powerful healing product in there. I don't recommend it on the face because, again, face is much delicate and got tea trees and some of the spices that may, so I then say use these one because they do heal. I mean, I give it to the 16-year-olds if they have acne and things like that, also heal. Anti-aging does wonders. I mean, when another thing, somebody said to me, can I use the night oil daytime? I said, no, because this is telling the body as you inhale, it's time to start working deep. There's a reason. So this one, day and night, there's a reason. Yeah. But they're both very healing. So if you got psoriasis or anything on the skin, rosacea, pigmentation, anti-aging, or just good hydration, use them. Okay. This one took over so we do give me the oldest tattoo and I will show you. And you can go on my social media, Instagram and Facebook, and you will see all the videos. So we put it on, and it's not because it does something special to the tattoo, it's what it does to your skin. The ink is there. It brings it back to life.
Oh.
Yeah. And the smell. Oh. So when we finish, I'm going to put it on you.
Oh, fabulous. Yeah. I haven't got a tattoo to put it on.
I'll put it on you. So you've got skin.
I do. Yeah. So that's absolutely fine. Yeah. Where does Gold Earth go from here?
Gold Earth is going to be very big. I claim it. I was in Morton in Marsh, and I was sitting this guy. He was doing on the other stall. I was on my stall, and I said to him, "Hey," I said, there was a big lorry going. I said, "Look at that." He said, "Look at what?" I said, "Look at that lorry." He said, "Yeah." I said, "Can't you read?" He said, "Read what?" I said, "It says Gold Earth on it." Gold Earth is, I'm not stopping. Unless my time comes up, I like to think that somebody else will take over. But I never, ever wanted to stop. And then I'm from the spirit world. I'm going to be coming and saying, right, you need to do this.
Yeah. Okay, that's scary. No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I think that's a wonderful place to end it, to see that passion, that
Thank you.
this is the start of the journey. There's logic to all of this. There's passion, there's roots and heritage that back this up.
Yeah.
It is Mother Earth.
Yeah.
I'm not one that's normally into things that are a little bit different.
Yeah.
I'm not against them. I just don't. But I tell you, ever since we first met, you
Yeah.
know that because I've told you this.
Yeah.
I believe in this. It makes sense. goldearth.co.uk to be able to find out more and to be able to buy some products, and reach out if you've got any questions.
Message me.
Yeah, please do. You know, the answers are here, which I'm hoping this. I said I didn't want this to just be a video that is, you know, nuts and bolts about all of the products in that level of detail. I needed you to hear the background, the why, the passion, and hopefully you've got that idea. Samina, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really enjoyed this. Thank you.